Okay, so the first thing we worked on was the timing. Trying to get the ball down a little bit better on one so it could come back better on two. And this one here is a really pretty good one. No, wait, that's the one I had you really exaggerate, by the way. So let's look at that one. Because that was kind of fun to watch. Not fun to do on your part. So I had you really kind of exaggerate, like down and get it behind you. And you did. So whenever you see your leg on one, you're early. And then it gets above your butt on two, and that's almost a point of no return. Your body's like, I don't know what the hell to do at this point, so it's just going to happen. Okay. Actually, it was pretty amazing. You actually had balance because you can tell your body's just like, I don't know what that is. All right, so this is the one where your time is going to end up, and this is where it felt like it's just coming a hair below the waist on one. Did it go below the waist on one? No, but we tricked it going out and down. Great push away there. And if I compare that to the original shot, on the same step, and the setup was the same. We didn't change your ball position in your setup. Right here is on the same exact step. That's a ball different in height. So the point of reference, we want the center of your ball close to belt level after step one. Okay, you can even see the ball's further away from you. When you thought down below the waist, your body thought, well, if you wanted it, I'm going to have to move the ball. So we tricked you into not carrying it as much. We robbed you of time. And then we go to the next step. The ball on the right will keep going out. The ball on the left, let's move them together here. The ball on the left will come down every click. So, big difference where the ball is. The ball on the left is going to be right about here. So that's a good ball and a half. Okay. If we click forward some more, we see the ball in front of you on the right. We see the ball behind you on the left. And then the swing just goes up freer. There's less shape in your arm. Even here, see how there's a little shape in your arm? Here, your arm's just flatter. That shape, you think about how heavy is your ball? Is that 14 or 15? 14? If you have a 14-pound weight on the end of your arm in the swing, your arm will be straight unless you're using some muscle. Okay? The freer it goes up, the freer it's going to come down. Okay? And the ball went up just a little bit. See that third ball return in the background where the ball is? It's halfway. That's that third ball return. This is about a quarter ball lower over here. Okay, so that's just up just a hair. Okay. The finish will be the same. We're not changing the finish. We're just getting you there differently. But notice how much more quiet everything was. Even your opposite arm stayed way more quiet. We didn't work on that. So when the opposite arm has more motion, you're working harder on your left to catch up. We talked about the odd sensation. When you're later, you're going to feel slower but more rushed. And this is when you were later when you came in. You're look in the middle to the end of your approach. Your body looks more, just more rushed, like it's having to catch up. And then what can happen when you look rushed? Somebody on a bad shot, someone say slow down, which then we tend to slow down our push rate more, which makes us even later. Okay? Now, if you look rushed and you score well, you're told nice bowling. Nobody says anything. Now, this one here, it was this one here, you're going to look less rushed with your upper body. And again, look how much more quiet your whole body is. Watch your opposite arm. Watch your opposite arm when you came in. Exactly. Okay. Yep. So that's pretty good. All right. What we worked on from the back view, kind of weird, but I had you feel like you pushed to the right a few inches. And we really tricked you into pushing straighter. That's when the ball's down to the foul line. If I pull up the original shot and I get that ball down to the foul line in your push away, That's a good difference. And every action has a reaction. If the pusher is straighter, your whole swing tends to be straighter. Okay? So watching motion, you can really see the difference in motion. This is the original shot. You can see how you're kind of going around yourself and almost kind of going around yourself. This one here, the ball fell in straighter swing. Now, we talk about timing from the side, and we see different positions. What the side view doesn't show us is any lateral motion. Lateral motion takes time also. So with a straighter swing, you'll in effect be less late because you have less lateral to complete. And you're smart enough bowler to say like that is a straighter swing already. Okay, and that will keep getting straighter the more you work on it. Okay. The other thing we did here, we changed your alignment. We got you a little bit more space laterally in your setup, and then we had to have you feel like you walked a bit left. Okay. So let's do this. Let's pull up the original shot here on the left. We'll pull up the new one on the right, and on this one on the right, you felt like step 3, 4 was going to go a little bit to the left. So let's just put you in motion here on both of these. I'm just going to stop you after step 2. All right. So I got the back foot the same on both. Let's go to step 3. So that still went just a hair to the right. Not crazy. Let's go to step 3 over here. So almost the same. What we're going to see a big difference though is on step 4. That's a pretty good difference on 4. I don't see your right leg on the right. Okay. Even there's a gap on the left. There's not a gap on the right. So watch on the left. Your whole slide is right of the step before the slide, before your foot moves. Okay. Over here, before that back foot moves, I almost see your foot right here. Okay. So you can see it's almost on the same board. I do 2 more clicks over here. It's not on the same board. So that makes your swing a little bit more in the way. And that's why you're already a little bit closer to your ankle on the right than on the left. So that's pretty good. So keep working. And when you practice, it's always just one thing at a time. I give you enough to work on for months again. The other thing that we did in the end, and I always feel bad saying this to people because I don't want people to think that you're just blah. But compared to your last couple of shots, you were blah. You felt it. But I feel funny saying that to people because I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you. But if you're blind, you don't know it, you need somebody to tell you, like, you're kind of blah. Yeah. So we did 2 things. First, we just thought a little bit more dynamic rotation. And that helped. Then what helped more, the thought of have the fingers stay come a little bit lower on the ball to rotate. I think that even made a bigger difference. And you felt that pretty quickly. You were in a stronger position, and your ball was stronger. Okay? So people's personality comes out in our bowling, and you're probably very reserved in your other life other than bowling. Let bowling be the time you let your hair down, so to speak. Okay? And you're kind of going for it. You want to make something happen. Okay? And I think you're going to see a lot more ball motion and better pin carry. Okay? With the better timing, you're going to have more ball speed. More ball speed, more reverent, you're going to have a more dynamic motion. Okay? All right. Everything makes sense? Good. Okay. Excellent job. Let's stop recording here.